I'm back with another episode of my Minecraft creative series. I always hit that tiny little pause at the beginning of my video, but I never know exactly when it's starting. It's so awkward. If I could be bothered to edit my videos, I could solve that, couldn't I? But anyway, I can't believe I'm rambling. I've literally already just started recording, so I do apologise about that. But let's jump right back into my Minecraft creative series. I'm really sorry if you've been waiting for an episode, which is probably nobody. If you're either of the two subscribers I've got, then thank you, like you're ace. I've no idea who it is. It's probably like my bestest friends, but I've no idea. Absolutely no idea. So yeah, jumping into episode 3, I feel like there's a couple of things I wanted to mention, but maybe it'll come back to me. Who knows? So I have no idea if I showed you me doing this off camera. This is me jumping straight back in after. Well, it looks like the last time I uploaded was 4 days ago, and it does also look like it was a week ago that I started this series. I've really got the urge to try and release daily episodes, and I hate that I'm trying to kind of putting that out there and making myself commit to it, because I know when I went back and looked over my old series and I'd committed saying, oh yeah, I want to do one a day, and I barely ever uploaded one a day. But honestly, trying to fit it around my job and my life is so difficult. I do wish, and it cringes me every time I say it and everything, but if this was a career, I'd love to just be able to focus on this. But hey ho, for now, doing it for enjoyment, and I need to remember that as well, because I think a lot of the time I'm sort of beating myself up thinking, oh well, no one's watching it, you're not getting anywhere. But I completely understand that. And again, the whole point of me doing this is for enjoyment. It is not to kind of get anything out of it. So yeah, I'm back doing what I love now. Like I say, I can't remember if you saw me outlining. I think you saw in episode 2, right at the end, me outlining where these two houses go. I wonder if I could have a little peek in the background. It's not very peak YouTube professionalism, is it? Let me see. Let's go back a bit, and then I'll explain what's going on. You can sort of watch the gameplay in the background. No, so it looks like, to be fair, that is odd. I thought I'd recorded a bit of that. Anyway, here we are. So I'd sort of outlined a couple of. This is the thing, when I don't release frequent episodes, I forget where we're up to and stuff, which is super annoying. But here we are. So I'm in these tiny little terrace houses, which I've built just next to my council. Now, again, I don't know if I've revealed. No. What? So I think I'm getting mixed up of when I've recorded the gameplay and what's actually happened, what I've released and stuff, which I know people have said that I can avoid, but I do prefer doing it this way. It's just I'm messing up right now, which is super annoying. So yeah, I've got these 2 terraced houses. I think I'm getting mixed up with the next episode, but anyway, enough of me rambling about that. That little block there was really annoying me, but then I don't think that looks right. I think we do need kind of a complete row, if you like, line of grey bricks. It's just annoying about that one you can see in the floor, but hey ho, let's try and forget about it, I suppose. Or maybe I should perhaps make the house a bit bigger. I really hate at the minute that I'm just using wood planks and stone brick blocks to kind of outline where the furniture will go, and I don't put proper furniture in. But if you haven't all followed me before, or you know what I'm all about, then you know I'm more obsessed with the architecture, which some of that is obviously thinking where stuff would go and how people would use the space. I remember talking to a careers advisor at college when we were trying to figure out what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go with my life and stuff. And I was trying to explain why I really want to do architecture, and I just gave her a little bit of spiel about. Well, it wasn't spiel. It was, I don't know. Maybe it was spiel. A little bit of an insight into why I really loved architecture. She was like, "Wow, yeah, that is definitely obviously the thing for you." Because I remember saying about how I'm really interested in buildings and looking at the spaces and how people use the spaces and how you can change those spaces and make them more accommodating and stuff. So that is a bit of the underlying passion for me. I love going to new cities and towns and stuff, and just sort of looking at the infrastructure as well, the way things fit together. There's me putting a pretend shower cubicle, sink and toilet in. And again, I wish I was using a cauldron and what do you call it, smooth birch stairs, because they look a bit more like a toilet, I suppose, don't they? All in my little make-believe world. So yeah, there are the 2 little terrace houses I've got right on this fountain plaza area, and then this is what I'm going to tackle next. I'm very aware I've gone off on a tangent from the college thing, so I could maybe look back to it later. So yeah, just showing you what's sort of around the area at the minute. I really want to try and develop this area down here to turn it into some more modern houses. I don't know if I should dedicate a whole episode into turning all of these old it's glitched out, look, naturally spawning houses into more appropriate modern ones. And that hill, by the way, I've decided we're putting protection on that hill there, but also the one that I just showed you a second ago, because I really don't want to destroy all of the character in this world, but we'll see where the series takes us, because I can really see it again, like developing hopefully into a bit more of a city, and then eventually we'll need all of the space. So it might kind of get to where I've got to get rid of the hills because I need the space to put the buildings in, or maybe just flat. But yeah, we need some parkland, and I don't think it's in this episode. I think it's in the next one. I do try and put a little park bit just sort of on that fountain corner. I've left that intentionally because I don't want it all to be just buildings. I think a little bit of green open space would be appropriate. So you can see now I'm demolishing one of these naturally spawning buildings. There are very few of them left. And I was going to try and squeeze in 2 terraced houses into this gap. But in the end, I go for one technically detached house. It is detached, I don't know what I'm saying technically. One detached house, and I think it has 4 bedrooms in the end. 2 on the first floor, 2 in the loft. So yeah, if you're all excited to see what I do with this space, then stay tuned, because that's what's coming in this episode. And I think in the next episode, I know I build a bunch of houses. I've been working on them a tiny bit off camera. But I also work on that kind of park green space. Now, I'm very tempted to just sort of speed this up a bit because there's not a lot happening. Let's just, for now, go into double speed, because I'm just kind of getting rid of that house, and then also get rid of that those dirt blocks there, just to kind of level it off. And I do think that's the right thing. I'm happy the rain stopped there. I don't know if I should toggle the rain more often. I just kind of let it play out, but yeah. We will see. We will see. So yeah, getting rid of all of those dirt blocks now, and then I start to outline sort of where I want the house to go. Now I go for my typical sort of like bay window, and I've not really got like any feedback. I mean, I guess people aren't bothered, but I'm just sort of deciding there how far I want the house to stick out. Put that bay window in, then I go for a little door next to it. I must say this house isn't like my favourite design of houses that I've done, but yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So I'm also aware, yeah, I think I changed the bottom into those stone bricks because I've not done many houses like that, and I want it to be a bit different to the ones next door. I do like, I've said before, houses with a bit of character. I absolutely hate like when you go down the street and all the houses are the same. So sound like a broken record, I think, cringing myself out a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, jumping into this build, I'm gonna put the stairs in next. I think I do put like the floor in too. I might skim past a little bit. Let's fast forward 30 seconds and see where we're up to. And you missed me putting the porch area on there. Okay, and then I'm starting to put a fireplace in here. I've said before, and I don't want to again sound like a broken record, but putting a fireplace in really helps me work out how big rooms should be. Because if I don't put a fireplace in, you've seen with some of the other builds, like those ones at the start, I just end up with absolutely tiny rooms that you can't do anything with, which is super annoying. Super annoying. So this will be like the kitchen diner area that I'm putting in now. Still, you can see on the floor there that where that old, again, naturally spawning building was. If you want to see what was there, you'll have to go back and watch the old episode. It was a tiny little house. I don't really understand the point of it. Again, like any hardcore Minecraft fans will be cringing because they'll know exactly what the building was for, and I have no clue. But anyway, yeah, just putting the flooring in. So let's put the flooring in, skim past that. Might end up being a short episode, and I know my next recording is quite a short one too. I've again sort of run into that problem where, for some reason, my Xbox, well, I don't know, I was recording and it just randomly stopped my recording. So I don't know if, like, for example, is it the RAM has got a bit too full? I mean, I don't know. Or the cache. These are just like memories, aren't they, that get filled as you're playing. So I might have to do a power cycle on my Xbox. I think that's how I solved it last time. We'll see. But we'll see. I mean, I'm really tempted to sort of do loads of recordings so then I can upload them during the week. I realise I just can't do it around work. I've got a bit of time now. My sister's gone down to London to meet up with her uni friends, which is cool. And my partner's just gone off to work, so it leaves me with the house to myself, and I really probably should be doing my planning for tomorrow, which I will get sorted, but also like just want to chill out a bit. I mean, I've been finding my job super tough recently. Fun. But it is what it is, and I'm back there tomorrow. It'll only be a 4-day week because it's bank holiday today, so it does give me just a little bit of a break. I guess it doesn't feel like much of a break. When I think about all the jobs that I want to try and achieve today, yeah, it really doesn't feel like a break. Yeah, not fun, but we'll see. I want to try and do a mix of like work and chill, because if I don't do my work, I won't be ready for tomorrow, which is not ideal at all. And if I don't do my chilling, then I'll just be dead stressed out and not having a great time, which again is not fun. So popping that floor in there, I know I go for a typical sort of double bedroom at the front using that bay window. I think I go for 2 en suites, and that's maybe why they take up so much space. This house obviously a bit bigger than the ones that I built before, so feel free to give me your feedback on it. I'm really looking forward to seeing like where this series goes. I've got lots of, again, plans for it and things I can do. I've been working out in the background kind of what the population is or would be, and I think we're at about 50. I need to double check that as well because, again, like I've done more buildings since then, so somehow I need to try and keep tabs on it. I'm very aware that that council building needs finishing too, which would not take long, so perhaps I'll finish the council building and give you a bit of a tour of it. Not super exciting, but I feel like those first few episodes perhaps are not very exciting, but I really love that you can sort of look back and see where things started and how things have developed. So this is me putting in, again, the ensuite for that bedroom. I go for a window on the side there, and then I use that kind of little cupboard space to put the stairs in to go to the floor above. So yeah, this is the kind of thing I'm going for. I'm hoping you can see sort of what layout I'm looking at. Yeah, stairs in there, and it did actually fit perfectly there, didn't it? Where I've got space just to walk, put the windows in, super exciting. And then I go about this attic space. I'm very aware that all of my houses in this world have got like a deep slate roof, and I don't know if that's a good idea or not. In my old series, I had a mix of deep slate and stone brick. So yeah, I think looking on YouTube, I think I've got like 3 views on my last video, which is fine. Like I mean, I just still think it's ace that 3 people watched it, and I don't know if I'd carry on like even if no one watched it, just because I do enjoy it so much. But yeah, I guess as always, first episode, I think people are seeing what it's all about and stuff, and then realise it's not super exciting. And if you don't appreciate like Minecraft creative, just if it was me, like for example, I was sat downstairs like 10 minutes ago or whatever, probably more than 10 minutes ago now. I was thinking, oh, I'll just put something on the telly in the background. There's literally nothing to watch. So I'm thinking, like, if I can make something that someone could just play in the background, like, it fills a gap, if that makes sense. Because, like, I've always said I'm really obsessed with Life of Tom. I think his videos are ace. But I feel like, oh gosh, they've just been a tiny little bit dry recently. I mean, I think he's gone away. I appreciate his dedication to making videos, like, while he's going away. But it's just doesn't interest me, and he knows that not everything he puts out there will interest everybody. I'm just, as I've said before, obviously like super jealous that he just gets to do what he wants to all the time and makes money from it. Like, that's so cool. But anyway, I'm gonna just keep doing it because I enjoy it. And obviously, if I ever make any money from it, that's ace. But yeah, just doing it for the enjoyment factor, and that's what I need to remember. I feel like I have sort of like lost my way a bit recently. I used to really know what I loved and enjoyed and how to like keep myself happy and stuff. But recently, like I said, I've been finding work super tough, and I'm like, yeah, just feel a little bit lost at the moment, which I suppose is completely fine. It happens. But yeah, hopefully this whole YouTube thing, it does give me a bit of direction. I just haven't been able to do it because, well, commitments to work. As you know, like work always comes first. That's my priority. And then my sister's been about a bit, my partner's been about a bit, so just not really had the opportunity to record, which is fine. Like I don't know. Well, it's all about balance. If I just committed to this, that would probably be unhealthy. So yeah, it's all about balance, isn't it? So this house is nearly complete now. I don't know why I've kind of let it. I don't know. I was going to say I don't know why I've let it play while I'm making the roof, but you have got to see kind of what I've done with that space upstairs. I think I do section it off into like another little ensuite at the front. Do I? I can't even remember, to be honest. This is what happens when I've got kind of gaps between my recordings and, excuse me, going like narrating over the videos like way after I've recorded them. But this episode, the primary focus was just showing you how I'd filled that gap. I didn't kind of want to jump to the next episode. You're like, whoa, what's happened there? Like, how's he done that or whatever? So yeah, I don't know if I regret it or not. I need to really figure out kind of what people want to see. And again, I feel like I need to get the village built up to a decent place before I can kind of take the narrative a bit further. But we'll see. I'm just kind of going around and replacing all of the houses at the minute. Yes, see, look, I do put a little ensuite in there. We must be approaching, oh no, I was going to say approaching the end of the recording. It says 13 minutes, but I have got it in double speed, so it's going to be about 5 minutes more, isn't it? So yeah, that's practically what I've done with that space. To be fair, I think what I do next is put the roof on those terrace houses, which again, not super exciting. So I might skim forward and see if I do anything else, otherwise end the recording here. I don't want to just kind of bore you with things that are happening in the background, but yeah, I thought I'll leave it recording. I can always, the beauty of this is I can always sort of skim forward, which obviously if you're recording live you can't do, and I feel like it would get a bit boring, so I can hopefully sort of jazz up those boring bits. So let's skim forward. I'm pretty sure I just put roof on those terrace houses, and yeah, and that's all I do. That is all I do. So this is kind of the final product. Got 3 houses in there now coming from that kind of village square fountain. I'm going to put a park in that area in the next episode, just kind of making way for that there. And I do upgrade the buildings around it too. So that's what you've got to look forward to in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know it was super short and I did a bunch of rambling. I think I put the path in there as well. I don't know if that's now or later. But yeah, that's what you've got to look forward to. But thank you so much for watching. If you haven't all enjoyed my video, please give it a thumbs up so I know if I'm doing the right kind of thing. Otherwise, we'll see where the series goes. I think I do get rid of that lava house. That might be next episode as well. I've been keeping it as like a keepsake, but no, I think it was time for it to go. Anyway, I've wrapped the episode up here. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Au revoir.